It's recording. Oh, okay, there we go. Yay! You sure you wanna? Yeah, they can see you right there?
Yeah, that's it. I don't need to be seen, though.
Sit down and be ready in 30 seconds, please.
No, I just don't have no headphones, so this microphone works better than that.
I mean, I just couldn't. Wait a minute, now I don't have my earphones in.
15. No less than.
What's the name of this song? What's the name of this song? It's just played by Sandra by Javelin.
Hello and good evening, guys. You are listening to WRUULP Savannah, Georgia, 107.5 FM. WRUU.org. We are Savannah Soundings Community Radio with Global Soul. You guys know what time it is. It is 10 o'clock, so you guys are here listening to Let's See Who My Friends Are. I am your host here, Ray Clark.
Hey, Ray.
I have my co-host here, / permanent guest,
Hey.
Ayana Daly.
That's me.
And
good evening, everyone.
and of course,
Exactly. I heard that. I was like, oh, okay.
and of course, we have also here with us Mr. GQ Smooth.
Is in the house. In the house.
Yes, he continues to pop in here, and
He's the guy, actually, remember? You said he's the guy, the one that came and never left the party.
so he doesn't leave. He doesn't pop in.
Clothes.
He just
Somehow he changes clothes, but he's just... Who is that? I thought that was your
Always.
friend. I thought that was your friend.
always GQ
As
Smooth.
long as y'all
you
feed
know?
me, I'm staying.
If you are listening to us and you are new and don't know what it is you kind of tuned into, this is Let's See Who My Friends Are, where, you know, we get an opportunity to kind of chit-chat and talk about who we are by asking and answering some questions that I get from a really wonderful book called Intellectual Foreplay. I just love the name of that book.
Yeah.
So we get an
Make sure
opportunity.
I find out the info about that.
I will. I got you.
It just sounds interesting.
It is a wonderful, wonderful way to get to know someone. So, you know, I'm sharing that.
But why does the word intellectual sound so provocative? You know what I mean?
Because it's right before foreplay.
Exactly,
Right?
because
What
it's
you
foreplay.
talking
I was like,
about?
that was really intriguing because you said, I heard intellectual, you said foreplay. I was like,
that makes it so your brain
my brain
back
like,
to the first word.
exactly, like, I want the intellectual part.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so
The other stuff will come naturally. Intelligence does. Anyway, we're trying to.
exactly, and we're trying to avoid that list. We didn't go over
Over
that
the
tonight.
list.
Exactly. I'm trying to avoid saying the list, but since you brought up the list.
No, don't. So that's why we actually switch places so you won't focus on the list.
When she said foreplay, all my focus went out the window. I was like, oh, back to intellectual.
Back to intellectual.
And we still haven't explained to these listeners what this is about. Yeah, so you guys get to answer our questions on our social media every time.
Yeah.
You get to answer our questions on our social media, and if you're not following us on Facebook, you should, because then you get to see, you know, the behind-the-scene things when the craziness really happens. Yeah. So, so you guys get to, we get to
point at him and say the list.
We get to learn, you know, a little bit about you guys, and when we don't have a guest here with us, you know, you get to learn about us. So how's everybody doing? I always ask, you know, how your week was. It is Monday. I know Mondays are like, and then it was Monday after a long spring break here in Savannah, and after a holiday, and after, you know, so.
It was chilling. I just realized there was a whole lot of little kids in our backyard.
Wow.
I don't even know. I didn't even know the complex had that many kids at that size. You know, I thought we just had grown kids in our complex, but then I had to think about it. I was like, oh, it's a holiday and we got a lot of grass back there, so that's so fair game to random Easter egg hunts.
Oh yeah, I did an Easter egg hunt last year with my teenage children. All three of them.
What do you call it? A spontaneous Easter egg hunt.
Mm-hmm.
I got an idea. Let's go hide eggs. How, mommy? We're 39.
It was the best.
I mean, to be honest, I didn't do Easter egg, but I never turned down Easter egg.
You're so silly.
Because one, it's fun to do.
Yeah.
And then secondly, I get free eggs, so I can at least eat for a couple of days.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
he said he could eat for a couple
Yeah,
of days.
eggs. You got to
eggs.
do one egg a day for breakfast. You put it on a little piece of bread, put a little mayo on, a piece of cheese, melt it down. You say that's one egg for breakfast. Then the next day, you mixed up some kind of other way.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't get to do that this year, so my week is
I think that's
They just plastic and
that
candy
would
now,
just,
so I don't even know what you're talking about.
see, this tends to happen. So how was your week? You did?
I'm alive. That's how my week was. You think I'm alive.
Well, we are
Please
glad that you
Yes.
are alive, and we are
Yes.
glad that you are with us here. We love to see that our friends are alive.
Yeah, we just gonna get some of these questions because
Yes.
the week was good, but it's I'm experimenting with some things and
Talk to me
Are
after.
you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Because he always, all of these questions takes him for a loop.
Yes. So I'll jump right in and I will go ahead and ask the first question. Now, if you guys want to hop on our social media, you can go to friends_WRUU on Instagram, and on Facebook that is
Friends, WRUU.
exactly on Facebook. So it's the exact same thing. But on Instagram, you put an underscore on there. I'm sorry, y'all. I put her on the spot.
Yes,
I did.
first
I
of
did
all-
because I always say it backwards.
It didn't work because when you said that in the back of my head, I was singing the song Friends.
Okay, so so we're gonna hop into the first question as we just kind of
In my mind.
act as if that didn't happen.
Exactly.
But that's what I was thinking. I'm sorry.
Like I said, hop on to our Facebook page because we are live in this.
Yeah.
With this. No, that's how this is. Okay.
No, we appreciate
it.
you guys. We love you. We love doing this. I know I do. This
Right.
is
Yeah.
Monday. This is my exhale. I come here specifically for this on Monday, and yeah.
After all the pressures of Monday.
Yes.
Yay.
So hopping right in. We're going
Exactly.
straight to a deep question.
Okay, let's. Ooh, yes.
Yes.
Keep my
First.
intellect.
We're going to have you.
Are you able
Oh, I'm not answering this first.
to cry?
Ha 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 ha. That's the first question.
Under what circumstances and how often?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Yeah. You go
There-
first. Are
wait.
you able to cry?
All right. Am I able to cry?
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Come
sure
on. The ladies are listening.
water can form in my eyes, but do I cry? No.
Oh.
I mean, water. I mean,
So
I'm
we
pretty
have
sure.
a Jay-Z here.
The water can form in your eyes,
Yeah,
but you do not
I don't cry.
cry.
Like my eyes burn. I get mad when that one little drop comes out. Like, why you?
It was defiant. The
Exactly. I
drop
get
versus-
upset when it does. I mean, like the last time I actually cried,
Like emo.
like was 2007.
2007?
Yes.
What?
No, it might have been 2006 to be honest, because it was Christmas, so it was 2006. I haven't quite left for school yet, left for college, so it was 2006.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad had pushed me to a point. I couldn't fight him.
Yeah, so we don't
It's
advocate
not-
fighting your daddy.
Please don't.
Yeah.
He did
okay.
that day.
No.
He advocated it. So everybody else, we kind of like, if it went for mama.
But you were also the same one that asked your grandmother one of the words.
Yeah, was that a cuss word? You're right. So
Yeah.
so I can really, like, because my daddy taught me some things. If a man does this, this is what you should do.
Mm-hmm.
So he did one of those things that you taught me. If a man do this, you do what you need to do. But I couldn't do it because I was said to my father.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. And then my daddy and I grew up in the same house. That sounds weird. He bought the house from my granddaddy.
Okay, that makes
So
sense.
yeah, there we go.
Okay, you clean that up.
Exactly. I was like, that's kind of weird. Messing up. And so I felt like, oh, he was trying to hit me up on my home turf. But I didn't realize it was his home turf too.
Wow.
So I was like, this is going to be an epic end.
Yes.
And that was the last time I actually cried. Like, literally remember myself crying. And after that, like, that night I vowed, like, don't cry over, can we say initials of words? I literally said,
Don't give us the initials.
exactly. I said, don't cry over that stuff no more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so after that, I'm just kind of like, because a lot of it that most people cry over is a lot of stuff.
Okay, I got you.
Let me press this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that-
like
That was another reason why I was sitting on this side, because he was pushing this y'all all the time.
So you
I
just
know.
gonna demonstrate by doing it as many times as you
Yeah,
can.
so I'm sitting over here just hitting stuff like,
One thing before we got on the air, I said I needed a whip, and I will get one.
I'm
I
sorry.
mean, it's
I'm
yes,
sorry.
y'all heard.
I'm sorry.
But yeah,
I'm
that's-
sorry. I apologize. I don't do whoopings, but he did it.
But how about yourself, Ayana? Are you able to cry? Under what circumstances? How often? Well, let me read what one of our listeners said. She said, "Yes, when I think about my son, when I see others hurting." I think the same listener went on our Facebook page as well, which we appreciate you, and
Yes,
expounded on that a little
Yeah,
bit. So
she said, yes, when others hurt, when I'm hurt, when I think how far God has brought me, and when I think about my son. We have another listener that put on there, yes, yes, yes. So basically I can do all of that. It's not a problem for me, and I do it a lot. So I'm thinking that's the answer.
Yeah. So yeah, if anyone has been listening to Let's See Who My Friends Are from the get-go, you would remember Ms. Veronica that was on here. She came on and she told about herself, and she told, something. She opened up, very much on the show, and told about her son passing away in a car accident, and she shared that story with us. So when she answered the question on here, that's kind of what she was referring to, and I hope it's okay that I brought that up. I appreciate the vulnerability that definitely that she displayed in here, and I wanted to make sure that I honored that by letting everyone know exactly what it is that she was talking about.
I love you, Veronica.
I sure do.
I don't know you, but I love you.
Yeah,
you would love her. She's awesome.
She is
so awesome.
And she loved giving hugs, and I love
Yes, she's huggable. And she's like, she don't give those fake hugs like,
It's like,
we've known you for a while, and I'm gonna fill you with something.
Well, I need that. I need to get
just like, you're gonna leave here stronger than where you were before. I like
those kind of hugs.
See,
that's why I don't cry, because I get hugs like that.
Yeah, right. But this is
so the answer.
emotional.
You answer.
Well, crying is I'm like right in the middle. I mean, I can cry when I'm upset. I can cry when I'm happy. I can cry when I'm sad. I really do hate the sad crying, though, because sad crying, it's like you crying because you mad because you can't stop crying. You know what I mean? It's different. It's a different type of cry. Like, it's like a never-ending cry. So when I say how often, you said under different circumstances, like so. But how often, whenever that particular emotion hits me.
Yeah. For myself, am I able to cry? Oh yeah. I am a Cancer. That's my sign.
Yes.
And that's don't do that. Don't do that to me. that's like just what's that about? But under what circumstances? Any.
That's why I'm like,
any circumstances. I mean, right now. I mean, I can. But
so whatever emotion is high, that's a cry.
You know what I'm saying? And how often? All the time.
Like, I could see you actually be like, Ray, we found these flowers. They're rare flowers.
No.
And you'll be like, oh my God, we saved the flowers.
Not that bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, you know what? My daughter, she does not listen to my radio show, so this is awesome. I'm gonna tell her business right now. So
Oh,
goodness.
wow.
I'm sorry.
my
I just didn't acknowledge this.
my oldest girl, she's 17, but a couple of
Yay.
years ago, she was walking to school, and y'all don't laugh.
I'm
She
trying to
she found a skunk, not a skunk, a squirrel on the side of the road, and it had died.
Oh.
But somebody tied a get well soon balloon. And my daughter thought that was the worst thing to do. She called me crying, y'all, like, Mommy, there's this dead squirrel at the side of the road. And
Yeah.
yes, it was a get well. And that hurt her heart.
Yeah.
But I couldn't stop laughing.
I just,
It was
So
one
you
of
told
those.
me not to laugh. Told us not to laugh. You know,
Because
like,
I experienced that hurt that she felt when I laughed at her, you know, and it was, I didn't want y'all to experience that. But
I didn't hurt it.
but that was funny.
See, I will cry from laughing.
Yeah.
I will cry all day long. I almost just bust out with tears, just like, but
We didn't need to get well soon.
exactly. That's what I was like. Dang. Not that she found it and was sad about it. That the person put a get well so far.
That is cold.
It's like you didn't think that this. Okay.
No.
Is it?
Wait a minute. Was that how the squirrel died?
I don't know.
Oh, wait, so it was a
I mean,
memorial
yeah,
for the.
exactly. I mean,
It's a squirrel memorial.
get well soon. I mean, that would have threw me all the way off.
Yeah.
What?
So,
I would walk past like, first of all, it's a dead squirrel, so I mean, somebody had to touch a dead squirrel to put this on there.
yes, but that hurt my sweetheart, my baby's
Yes.
heart. You
Yeah.
know, I'm not to that extent. I'm somebody I feel like is very in touch with their emotions. You know, I don't mind dropping a tear. You know,
Or two.
and then,
Or two.
but I think, you know, sometimes I could be too comfortable with that. You know, it might not be appropriate. You know, all over the place and all the time. You know,
Be extra happy.
I don't
and
know if you
start
know a
just
Cancer.
boo crying.
I know. The strange thing is though, I only know one. I don't think I ever seen. No, that was the only time I ever seen that cancer cry. But other than that, like I know a whole bunch of cancer. That's why I made that noise. When she said cancer, I was like,
Oh, so
I'm
you
always
trying to hit
rep-
the button again?
no, I think I just normally
But-
talk like this too.
Can't again.
No, when I get the
No.
button, sorry, but when I get to the button though, it's strange. Them cancers. It's just always gravitates to cancer for some odd reason.
Yeah.
I never dated a cancer though. I just always been very cordial with cancers. I'm like, no, my number one
That's
cancer is
because
my
you're a
mom.
Leo.
Oh,
My mom is a
okay.
cancer, so I'm
You-
kind of like,
You don't. You.
everybody was like, I'm a cancer. I was like, oh, I think my mom is hunting me invertedly through you. I'm like, another cancer? Really? That's how it is?
Hey, that's how it is. I
Is
mean,
that what it is?
Then I can't act up around cancer, so that's another thing. Maybe
That's
maybe I
good.
should, no, I want to act up.
all right. Well, we'll
Yeah.
talk about that. We'll talk
Yeah,
about that
yeah.
too. Put a pin in that, and we'll talk about that too. You,
No, because you try to hypnotize me. I'm listening.
what?
No, maybe.
This always happens here. My friends are very much, you know, distracting.
Yes.
We should play a
I'm
space
easily
game one night.
distracted.
No?
No.
While we on air, like I
No.
played Two of Diamonds. I think that'd be fun.
I don't think we should
Yes.
play space because I don't want to see him get upset when we beat him.
You think I lose? What's
I
the next
wasn't.
question? Oh, you think I lose?
You know what?
That's the next
I
question?
mean, I'm just saying.
See, no, we're not gonna mess up Ray's show. Like, this is not even.
This
I'm
is
a
why.
house guest.
Do you see how hostile he got? That's why we can't play space. You lose
I
that
got cards.
test.
I got
You
cards in the
failed
car.
that test.
I got
right there.
cards in the car.
Oh, okay.
He failed that test.
Y'all, let me know when the game is. I'll bring snacks.
Yeah,
And
I got cards in the car.
wow.
Challenge Savannah, Georgia. I got cards in the car.
Look,
Needs
I can
therapy.
tell that, you
Needs
know,
therapy.
crying, that you're uncomfortable with crying.
Yes.
Even
I'm not uncomfortable
uncomfortable.
with it. I'm just not gonna do it. Not uncomfortable with it. Not a thing. I'm just not gonna do it. This is just not necessary. Feel like crying and sleep are things I don't need in my life.
Oh.
Crying and sleep.
Yep, but
You don't need them?
But I do sleep, so that's the only thing I do.
Oh.
I gotta do one of them, so I sleep.
Okay.
I sleep. I'm asleep at night very well.
I was like, you gonna make the song cry?
Mm-hmm. We're going to go to the next question.
Okay.
I'll start with first reading the question. When you're in a bad mood, how do you want to be treated? Especially by a partner. So I'll go ahead and read what our listener said. She said, sometimes I want to be left alone, and other times I want to be consoled. That's interesting.
I did the first one.
Yeah, it all depends on, I guess my mood at the time. I can't even say circumstance. It just all depends on how I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And 9 times out of 10, if you're the one that upset me, I'm probably, that goes for my significant other. If it was them.
If you're listening.
Hey Kevin. But anyway,
Wow.
it's so silly. But anyway,
we listening?
if I can't mess with y'all.
The listeners are listening.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you said showing emotions.
When you're in a bad mood, how do you want to be treated? Especially
Like I said, if it's the partner and they're the one that make me mad, I'm really not wanting you to be nowhere close to me. Let me breathe. Let me decompress, get it together. Because I'm the one I cannot stand when you force me to be that one that go back and forth with the hollering and screaming. So I'm gonna be even more upset. You know what I'm saying? If you get me all fired up like that, and then I'm upset because that's not how I want to communicate with you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be upset. And I can't stand when someone tries to act.
Your veins popping out your hands.
I would stop it. Yes, I stop. But I can't stand when people try to take you out of your element. So for me, if I was upset, I would probably, and that person is my partner that upset me, I would probably just want you to leave me alone. Let me decompress, because I might catch a charge. Sorry.
We do not advocate catching charges.
Exactly.
Disclaimer.
Let me go ahead and say the viewpoints expressed in the following program are not necessarily those of WRUU, its license holder, or its staff. The following program contains subject matter and realistic language that some listeners may find objectionable. Listener discretion is advised. Okay, that was for you too. Okay, that last part.
When he said viewers,
I
did
did.
you realize this is the radio?
But we got viewers on there.
Oh, okay. Cover it up.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because you had messed it up. Okay.
Well, I know.
Yeah,
something.
hello
Listen.
everybody.
Listen, I know what it says. I probably say view when I be reading too. When I be on my show, I'm like, if your discretion, I'm like, listen, all y'all discretion is advised.
Exactly.
But what do I? You finished? Were you finished?
Yeah, I'm finished. I got one comment though.
You can go ahead and read the
Make sure this is the.
Again, I'm the guest on the couch.
Timothy Lowe. He states that nothing public like that. PDA is another story. You know what I mean? Like nothing like that in public. He won't be that one that has a display emotional. Is that what the one we're doing?
no, we're doing another one. I think you jumped to the next question.
I did. I'm sorry.
I like the sound of that next question too.
But
answering this question,
yes.
more than likely the partner's gonna be the one causing the problem anyway that I'm gonna have.
Not necessarily.
No,
Why
it's
you essentially assume your partner?
It's gonna be the partner.
What if it wasn't you?
Because and it says treat others how you want to be treated,
Right.
and stuff like that.
Right.
Like I'm going to aggravate my partner, so I would expect her to aggravate me. So I already know it's gonna be one of those things. Like
Y'all aggravating.
That's what you do.
But end of the day, I don't think I'm aggravating. Most people say that though, but end of the day, I'm like, no, I'm just trying to have a good
He
time.
just said accepted it. He just called himself aggravating because he knows he's
Somewhat.
an aggravator.
I mean, that's what people call it. So I'm just trying to put words to it. Me, I'm just gonna call myself having a good time. People like, oh no, you're aggravating. Oh, okay. But me personally, I like playing mind games with people. So I'm not, depends on where, like, they upset me to the point, I don't like being called the N-word.
Okay.
Yeah, that word's not even on the list. Actually, we should put that word on the list as well. But anyway, I don't like being called the N-word.
Right.
And so, used to just like I used to fight anybody, any color that called me that.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm just kind of like, oh, you doing it to be funny because if I already told you I don't like being called that, I'm not gonna get upset. So I just don't even get in a bad mood.
Right. Because then you become that thing that you're fighting.
Somewhat, but I just I just get too tired of fighting too. It's like it's not.
But you see,
I just got tired of knocking people out, and I get paid for it.
I can't.
But
he can't cry.
But I can't. I definitely don't. Because the same way, like someone, they drove me to that point. So I try not to let people take me to that point.
Okay.
So if I'm get in the mood and something outside of my partner, i.e. work or something like that, I try to leave wherever stuff happens there, and then express it differently to when I go to somewhere else. Mm-hmm. Because that's what I do when I'm, and how I want everybody to do everywhere. It's like leave that stuff at the door. When you come in here, it is. I said door. I ain't say door. The door. I feel like when I walked in here today, the environment was whatever. No matter how I felt before I unlocked that door, when I came in and saw you all's face, I'm like, it's
about to be about to go down.
It's a positive environment. I'm not going to put a damper on y'all spirit if something's wrong with me. Now I tell y'all afterwards, like, look, this was going on.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm not that selfish where I want to bring other people down.
Yeah.
If
I like that.
So
I like that.
And so that's why I have time. My partner's like, "What's wrong? You never express your emotions." I don't. I'm trying to enjoy my time with you. Whatever happened over there, I let you know. But I'm not gonna cry over it.
And stew and waste time, but you're not.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna cry over it.
I'm not gonna cry over it. I'm gonna have me a good time.
I'm a cancel.
I can't cry.
Y'all like to act. Ooh, y'all act up.
Act up, really?
Y'all act up.
What do you mean by
no? You have to answer your question. Now, this is not. We have a topic about cancers and stuff later. I feel like
I keep saying I'm a Cancer, but I don't really like subscribe to those, particular.
But crazy thing is,
but other people can understand. What for some reason when I say I'm a Cancer, I'm like, oh, y'all emotional. You know what I mean?
Not really.
But but as far as I like to cry, and I want to be like.
You want to be cuddled?
Yeah, I want to be babied a little bit, a lot of bit.
Even by the person that did it?
No, not by the person that did it. No, not by the person that did it.
That's not fun.
Yeah, at all.
No, I'm saying you like that cry baby.
I'll be the one. I'll be the one that
cry baby.
You be the one that be upset, and I'll be the. Listen, not saying that you personally. I'm just saying, if my partner was like, because I want my list like, what you mean you? You got people at home like, no, that's what I mean. Put that disclaimer out there. That's not what I mean when I say you. I'm just speaking in. But anyway.
Figuratively.
I'll be the one that gets you upset, but then I'll be one that wants to comfort you. Like, I'll be the one to make you upset, but like, ooh, I want to go buy you ice cream.
You like that? You're an antagonistic.
Is that what it is?
Yes, like to just push people's buttons and then be like,
I think it's just my partners, the ladies I don't really like other people in the world.
Is that healthy though?
Heck if I know. I'm just trying to have a good time at that point. You don't want to say a word. It's like, is it healthy? I need to sit over there. You can't be asking me questions like that on the spot. I thought about it.
You don't need a scripted question.
You can't ask me questions. Did they help out?
I may need to switch him back over here where he can see the list.
Exactly.
keep a focus on the list. You guys, I hope you guys are enjoying our conversation so far. Please remember that, you are invited to come on down to the station and hang out with us if you're interested,
Only positive.
Go ahead. Only positive vibes. So if you're interested, go ahead, drop us a message in the DM in the go ahead and drop us a message, let us know that you're interested in coming down, joining, being a part of the conversation. We appreciate you guys. We want to let you know that voting is now open for Connect Savannah's annual Best of Savannah's Readers Poll. And WRUU is on the ballot. Help 107.5, I know, right? Help 107.5 FM join the ranks by voting for us in the Best Local Radio Station category. I mean, we kind of are. But for details and voting, visit connectsavannah.com. As always, thank you for listening and supporting WRUU. WRUU brings you the most diverse and passionate local radio programming on the air in Savannah. This all-volunteer and nonprofit community radio station accepts no money from any form of government. Now, our diversity and independence is made possible only through the generous financial support of listeners like you. We rely on your annual and ongoing monthly subscriptions to cover the costs associated with bringing you our broadcast and web programming. Now, if you are a contributor, thank you. Now, if you're not yet a contributor, please show your appreciation of the role WRUU plays in your life by becoming a contributor in any amount. You can donate quickly and easily by credit card or check. So just find the donate and subscribe links in at WRUU.org. Thanks for listening to and supporting WRUU. My co-host Ayana Daly here. Thank you so much for coming out and being here with us, Mr. GQ Smooth.
Yeah.
Thank you again for coming out and hanging out with us, and also for being so candid and open with your answers as we answer, some of these awesomely introspective types of questions. And I hope you guys are asking these questions to other people as well.
Right.
That means I have to talk to other people, right?
Yes.
Oh, come on now. We all know that you're Mr. Charmer.
GQ.
You have a lot. Yeah, right. GQ, smooth.
The ladies.
So you do a lot of talking. I know you do. So
We'll talk about it after the show. Too. We got a lot to talk about today. We got a lot to talk about.
Yes, so we just answered that question. If you guys have an answer to the question, go ahead and, put it on our social media pages. Definitely inquire about coming out and hanging out with us. We would enjoy and love to have some other positive vibes, like we said.
Exactly.
So let's move on a little bit more. Or do we have an answer to that one?
I don't have anything on that one.
Okay, so how do you react to displays of emotional stress, especially by your partner?
Ooh.
Let's.
You should go first with this one.
I should go first with
Yes,
this
we
one.
all had a chance to go first.
We know it's your show, but Again, I'm just a guest on the couch. I just throw out
The
suggestions.
guy.
The guy.
Yeah, on the couch.
Well, I am definitely that person that's like, oh, what's wrong? How can I help? I feel like that's how I am in my mind, like
Right.
hovering around, like trying to figure out what I can do, how I can jump in there and help. I feel like that's how I am. I mean, my partner would have to tell me if that's true or not. But maybe, and then because people can't tell what's going on in your mind or
Right.
whatever, I'm usually a person that's like, babe, what's wrong? I'm usually the listener. You know what I mean? I like to talk things through because I know that's how. I kind of have an idea that's how
You
people
sweet
kind
talking
of
too,
hear.
don't you? You sweet talking too.
I'm not a sweet talker.
You are. You just said babe.
No,
You didn't say
babe.
babe.
B-A-B-E.
Exactly. It was
All
one of
4
them.
letters.
Babe. All I know is sweet talking. I don't like babe, but I don't use babe. I was like, oh, I'm a little sweet talking. That's why he started smiling too, don't he?
I just like people to talk
He just
through
started-
the
he
issues,
just started
and
smiling,
I
he just
tend
break
to
it
be.
down.
I
break it
tend to
down.
be just a listener of what's going
break it down,
on.
don't
And
You're not
I
gonna get me
don't
in trouble on this
know.
radio. Listen, Mr. What's Mr. Her husband? Listen, understand. This is strictly radio, sir. Understand. Please don't come hurt me. I don't
Mr.
know.
Her husband.
Mr. Her husband, sir.
Please understand.
Oh,
I'm
my
young.
goodness.
I haven't had any experience yet in life, so don't come hurt me. I got to experience life a little bit more.
Oh my goodness, yes, please leave him alone, babe. I had to throw that in there. But yeah, I tend to, with emotional distress, I think I tend to be supportive, to be a listening ear, to offer, pretty good advice, or at least just to kind of offer a sounding board. So I think that's one of my one of my gifts, is that if someone is in some type of emotional distress, I'm able to hop in there and help them. Whereas I feel if I'm in emotional distress, a lot of people aren't necessarily equipped to deal with that.
But I don't think you want them.
We'll talk about that.
Exactly. I see it in your person. You don't want them to be honest.
Oh my goodness.
You don't want them to. You want me to jump in next, or you gonna go in the rotation?
I'm sorry,
You
y'all.
did really
I've been
quick.
like really distracted. I got a lot of
it.
extra stuff going on at home, and emotional outburst is actually part of one of the situations that we're dealing with. But it's kind of difficult when you're trying to be a parent and stay out of other people's stuff and keep my hands away from it. But then instead of them wanting to take ownership of it, they point at mom. So sorry, I was just being distracted. But for emotional outbursts, though, I don't really want to be. I'm not that person who gets loud in public, or the boo-hoo. I'm just gonna run and cry. I've never been that dramatic person. I consider that to be dramatic. So seeing that expressed in public, I'll be like, I don't know what to do. I'm just ignore you just sitting there. So that's just me.
I don't like following you up sometimes. I think you're trying to you suck my answers out of my brain and you just say them out your mouth.
Before you start your answer, what? What? Before you start your answer, I got a text from, my husband.
Yeah.
He say, me, her husband, ain't tripping.
Now listen, I try to be nice. I'm trying to be nice.
And he said, I guess I'm not a sweet talker. He said he wouldn't mind some sweet talking. I could talk a little sweet.
That means he listening. Oh, that's
I know, right?
That means I ain't coming back no more. I ain't coming back. I ain't tripping. Please don't.
He's a mess.
I'm like your husband. Like is he buff?
Should I tell him? Swole Chronicles.
I'm swole, to be honest. I'm just swole on the
Where?
smallest scale.
How?
We can't answer questions like that on the radio. You can't ask me stuff like that.
They can see you live.
Listen.
It's not swollen.
Listen.
We can't answer questions
This,
like that. But emotional outburst. I'm sorry, what was the question? She's just in the straight and talking about my swollenness. And your husband, no, he ain't tripping. Please, yes, sir, please don't trip. I respect him.
Yes, thank you very much.
He responded back. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. I'll be like him when I grow up. I ain't tripping yet. That's what I'm talking about.
So how do you react to displays of emotional stress, especially by your partner?
No, okay, so that means your partner snapping in public. Basically, that's what we think.
It could be, it could be snapping, it could be sadness, crying, and that's kind of a segue. What is an emotional display that you wouldn't want to handle? Now, I'm not a handler of somebody that's out there snapping. I'll be like, calm down. But if you I'm gonna step back and let you do what you do. That's how I would handle that. But
yeah. Don't have to break this down because, like, if she busts out crying, one of the people like, "Why are you crying? Please stop." But I'm gonna know, like, at a funeral, I understand that's okay. But some other stuff, like, if you see a dead squirrel on the ground, you just bust out crying.
And you bust out crying. I mean,
you better get this together.
But you don't. See, now you know what? That I would be that one. They'll be like, "Yeah, I'm so sorry." I'll be just so sympathetic at that point. But you be that one.
In my mind, I would. In my mind, why do? Please don't say why do guys. Is that what your question? Why do guys?
I was going to say.
Why do guys?
Why do the men?
Why do men? Okay, why do guys? Synonym. Okay, synonyms.
Always suppress emotions. Like they have always told that a man is not supposed to cry. That is an emotion that you need to get out.
You want to answer your question to this question? Because I feel like that's the difference. Like, I want to answer both of those, but this is not my show.
Okay,
on her show. because she's-
first answer my question. Right? How do you handle emotional?
See, you just that was the emotional outburst, right? What you did to me. What you just really caught an attitude with me. She was like, "I want you to answer my question.
Yes.
What y'all think?"
Yes.
That was emotional.
And when you're done answering my question,
Then I answer?
we can segue,
Oh, okay.
you know,
I like
to the next
segues.
question.
Well, again, if it's crying, like depends on what it's crying about. I'm in my mind. I'm like, I wish you would soak that up, but I'm gonna comfort you in your time of despair.
Okay.
This is what hurt you. Now, if I've been in the situation where my significant other, she decided to pop off in public, and I was always taught by older people, you don't act up in public. You don't put your business in the street.
Right.
So I just stayed quiet. The first time in my life I think I ever just intentionally, well, I'm intentionally quiet all the time. But this is the first time I remember being quiet and just stayed quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, I don't think I kept saying, wait until we get to the place. Wait until we get to the apartment. Wait until we get to the apartment. Wait until we get it. So when we got in that apartment, though, oh, it was on and popping. She had a roommate. The roommate was scared because she came out after everything went down. Like, I started coming here and called the police. No, you didn't. Came in there with words.
Right.
But then, I don't entertain it. I just sit there and look at her. I just sit there and look. Then she said, like, do you hear me? You don't hear me talking to you? And the only woman that can say that to me is my mama. Because she gave me life. So
Then
it's like,
that's how you're going to be talking that fast when you get inside the house.
I might not even be that fast no more.
You know
Back
what?
then, now I got a little bit older and a little bit wiser.
You had to take a deep breath and you was like, I'm going to put everything out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I asked her not to say certain stuff. Like when I asked you, and I just like politeness. Like just don't discuss this. Let's not do this. You decide to do it. It's gonna be on the pop.
That makes sense.
Funny thing, like I said, that's a male thing. Like you can express.
Now I can
Anger.
feel that. I don't. If we out in public,
Yeah.
And she better hope nowadays I might sit there and laugh at you.
I don't think out in public. I've never been the popping off, in public or.
Oh no, not me.
I didn't get like that until I
Not
was in my
even-
20s now.
So I can
Having a
understand
dramatic
not in public.
episode,
Yeah,
yeah.
that would. Yeah, I wouldn't.
And that depends on the day.
Yes.
Not because the older I get, the more I mature. It's kind of like don't do it. But I was like I already did that. Little mature. Nowadays I might be like, you know what? I'm not going home with you today anyway, so goodbye. I would just act up, talk in public, get in my car, and drive off. And like, dang, I feel bad. Like
opportunity to really just go off.
yeah, like and I would show out because I be like, I don't have to go back wherever she acted up at. I feel like she's gonna do it in a place where I don't ever have to go back to anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm like, forget it. Ain't nobody gonna see me here ever again.
Oh, then just let it go.
Yeah, so, but see, it depends on who. I might just lean up and whisper, I'm gonna leave you here.
I think that's creepy.
She's being creepy. Exactly. I could just get in my car and just drive off, but I was like, no, at least try to give people warnings of stuff I'm gonna do. But is there another question, or we're gonna say it when dead?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and read what one of our listeners said. She says she tries to comfort and ease the situation if there is in a way to how she reacts to the display of emotional stress. So the segue question that Ayana asked to, I guess, for GQ Smooth to represent all men,
Thank
know.
You might want to be careful with that one.
For GQ Smooth to answer the question, the $1 million trillion question that women kind of want to know. Why is it that men
they can show anger, they can show all the aggressive grr emotions, but when it comes to the softer side, the compassionate, the healing side, you said like you looked at me
soft.
Like I had said one of the list of the words.
Soft. You say soft to me as a man?
Oh,
soft.
Really? Like you're saying really truthfully. I know, but I feel you though. Yeah, I feel you, but that's how the actual man. That's like I just said an insult to you.
And most men would think that was an insult. I mean, when I'm put this disclaimer out there, I do not speak for all men. I can speak on what I know from some men, and from myself, but I do not claim to know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can answer it, and I would take the $1 trillion for it, $1 trillion for it.
If it's right, if it's the right answer.
It's gonna be right to me. It's an opinion question. It's not a fact.
Okay.
Correct.
That's what you think.
Oh, it's a fact. Why we do it? It's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some men have been taught that, because I mean, technically, I've technically been taught that, me myself personally, and it's because my people were older generation of men where that's what a man does.
That's their definition.
Exactly. I guess. I mean, I think there's multiple definitions to what a man and a woman is.
Right.
So that whole show the power thing. If my granddad was born in the 20s, well, my father's father was born in the 20s.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was born in the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
So between the 20s and 40s, a man was nothing but you gonna fight, you gonna go out and bring the money home.
Right.
That's it. There's no this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
So my daddy, on the flip side, it's not that he didn't want children earlier. He just ended up 40 years later having children.
Okay.
And so my brother and I, in this generation of what a man is and children is, and they're like, well, your daddy did it to you. If you didn't like that, don't do that to us.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so we're molding older generation of men of how to be a
Right.
compassion, because they show compassion at the times when it's time to be aggressive. The crazy thing, the soft side comes out in times of aggression.
Mm.
And they spill out their emotions in aggression because that's what they were taught.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And that's how they express it. That's somewhat like that time where I was talking about the last time I cried.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to give me that button on that microphone anyway. But no, so that's what we were taught to do. Some men were taught to do that. Some men learned that because when they do show a sensitive side, especially, and no, I'm not gonna say that. When they show us all the side, I'm not gonna break it down. So I was like, think I might get hurt. It's two of y'all in me. Y'all gonna jump on me if I say what I'm saying. And so, if you express to a woman your hurts and your pains, the famous line that we hear from a lot of women nowadays, "Oh, why you catching feelings?"
Oh.
So it's a problem.
Well, but you know, it's roles in the women. Some of the women are out there are very salty.
These are younger women. So
Right,
I ain't gonna say.
But generations after generation, we've lost those tales of your grandparents. Look how old your parents were. They had a lot of wisdom to give you.
Right.
By the time you were born. We got babies who ain't learned nothing raising babies.
Right.
So they're losing those life skills to pass down to the next generation.
Yeah.
So when they come to you, that's what they were taught. That's
Exactly.
how they were taught. But
Wow.
it doesn't make it right.
It's not gonna make it right. No.
The thing is, I do see that. I think that social media is a good representation of a good portion of the world, you
Right.
know, and especially a good portion of America, you know, and I see a lot of women attributing things like being in tune with your emotions, being able to cry, or being able to express, you know, how you actually feel.
Right.
That is something that is weak. But then when you grow up and then you're a woman, you realize that you want emotional support from someone that can understand emotion. Not necessarily be crying with you, but
Right.
understand your need to release something
Exactly.
through tears. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what a lot of even younger men still don't understand, because a lot of men grew up in fatherless homes that I've been around.
Mm.
So they learned it from their homeboys and their male friends.
Right. They don't.
If you got to be seen in a certain way to be seen as. And then the crazy thing is, they don't want to express emotion. They want to be seen as masculine.
Mm-hmm.
They have a thing between masculinity and femininity. Whatever, you know that word. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, they like to try to smooth it down like that so it's like it was right. But anyway, and you don't want to be seen as feminine.
Right.
So
Right.
they don't. Now, me personally, I'm in education. As an educator, it was like my first couple of years, it was hard. The only thing I was the do this and you do that. Don't talk to me about don't da 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 da. And I was like, even though the children liked it, they were fine. But I was like, they not gonna give me their all if I don't give them my all. Not to have to go boo-hoo cry.
Right.
Yeah.
But it shows some kind of like, oh, okay, what's wrong? Well, this is how it is. That puts some kind of animation into it. And a lot of the males' parents, oh, you must be such and such and such and such and such. No, I have a group of third graders. I just can't sit there and say, well, today, guys, what we're going to learn is, had to put in emotion there. So exactly, have to be animated. So you don't necessarily have to be whatever to be whatever. So we had this whole thing about being masculine and stuff like that men get into, why they don't and why they suppress it. This and third. I mean, personally, I just express mine differently if I have an issue about whatever. And you got to catch them when they're doing something. Like me, you get whatever you want to say out of me. If I'm cooking something, if I'm playing tennis, I'm sitting here on this show. Y'all got more out of me than most people ever get. And that's why I don't have people listen to this show. I'm like, no, don't listen. You gonna go in there? No.
So you blocking people from our show. That's what's going on.
Well, I blocked some of the women, from some of the ladies.
Some of the ladies. Oh, I got you. I got you.
I might be trying to pick up some more at that too. But anyway,
silly.
Listen.
It's always interesting though. Like men, they come on. Men talk about, you know, to be a man, you got to be this and that and that, as if men only have sons.
Right.
They have daughters as
they
well.
Got daughters.
And, you know, being able to emotionally support a daughter and to, you know, to guide a daughter through life, you know, you have to find some.
And the great is there with men are probably more sensitive than women, to be honest.
I believe so.
To be honest, it's gonna be very, and it's because men are very territorial about stuff. Most women, y'all be like, oh, I conquer all. Women conquer all anyway. You all are the world.
I mean, I got you on that one, but I'm talking about why you said men are territorial, so are women.
But I mean, like, we're territorial. Like, we're so, you not gonna care. I mean, how much are you gonna care about somebody stepping on your shoes? One time. Like if they ask them,
I'm better now. Look, you talking about before Christ. I mean, that was before I would have Don't play with me. Don't step on my shoes.
If it was an accident,
no, that was before.
So what you really would
now I will be like,
no, but then what you really
bad.
Would you really just go jump on someone and
what? That was feisty.
Oh, a shoe getting scuffled up?
No, I wasn't getting scuffled. It was like one and gone.
But yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying in the sense of, but women are territorial over a couple of things. Women are territorial over their kids, over their men, over their homes, over their dads if they have a dad in their life, and then mom.
And then mom, right?
Wow. Where is your mother? I hope she's listening to this.
No. And then mom. And then mom. So,
how dare you?
I mean, but you know, just with you know, having daughters and the daughter-father type of relationships, and also, you know, the mother-son type of relationship.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, but you know, women are territorial over certain things, whereas men extend, you know, their territory
I think
to.
It's just real petty with certain stuff. Like, it's like the stuff you say is stuff that I would. That's me personally. That's stuff I'm territorial about. And to be honest, I'm really not territorial with my ladies like that. My ladies. maybe if you just had one, you would be territorial. If it's one and it's the one, you know, it's like this, you know, like. Can we put that as a topic for next week? Or week after not this because see that right there.
And yes, you can.
The just one is it just one? That'll be our. We can request more time. And extend. I think I know the topic that
Yeah, because you asked her.
Yeah.
But she added up on Facebook. I was like, well, dang, that was a good answer.
Yeah.
Because first I put a little laughing face. I was like, that's not funny. That's a light.
See, I tell you, people don't pay. People think what I'm saying is funny, but
because the way I read it,
yeah.
I read it that she was like, I was like, ha, because you responded to somebody else's thing. I was sitting there like, ha, she got you. And I was like, I don't think she really trying to get you. So let me go back and change this. Because sometimes I read stuff at that time, I'm gonna take it as like, ha, that's what you get.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
a little bit. It was a little bit.
Oh well, I'm gonna go back and change it now. It's like,
Are you guys enjoying our show? This is Let's See Who My Friends Are, where, as you see, we kind of hang out here. We kind of put it all out there on the radio waves.
I like that one.
Yeah, we put it all out there, and we get you guys to hear a little bit about us. We get to read a little bit about you guys. Definitely extend the invitation, just like Mr. GQ Smooth pops in and hangs out with us.
Oh yeah.
And it looks like he's a permanent.
No. Again, I'm just that guest that never left. Don't do that.
It's like we permanent. That makes them have to have some responsibility.
He's like, no.
I know you have to give you something to do. I'm gonna
Right.
need you to read this individual. I'm gonna need you to read these
baby.
statements right here. But
I can read out the list of words we can't say.
No, please don't do that. Don't say the list. See, this is,
let me know when.
I will read out the words to guests like, listen.
and it'll officially be his show for that day.
Exactly.
So when they come for the fine, they'll come for him.
Exactly.
I won't ever sing it again.
Of course, I have here with me Miss Ayana Daly.
Good evening, everyone.
She is definitely my co-host / permanent guest here. And you guys know me. I'm here. This is Let's See Who My Friends Are, where we get an opportunity. I tell you guys that I definitely believe that revelation breeds intimacy. The more that you reveal about yourself, absolutely have you become closer to the people that you reveal to. So I love for you guys to come on out and to tell about yourselves. So Let's See Who My Friends Are gives us an opportunity to do that. So, if you guys would check out our Instagram page, which is friends_WRUU. Answer some of those questions, share, like some of the posts, open up, ask some of the questions to other people, share with us what they said. You can check us out also on Facebook at Friends WRUU, no underscore in that one. Like the page, share our posts, answer the questions. Definitely send us a message if you would like to be on the show, if you'd like to come in and hang out with us. Definitely do so, check us out. We go live most nights that we're on here. And check us out there as well. If you're not sure, you've been listening to WRUU LP Savannah, Georgia, 107.5 FM, WRUU.org. We are Savannah Soundings, community radio with global soul. Good night, you guys. Please.
Good night.
Yes.
Good night.
Y'all 5 minutes late.
I know, right?
The one. Oh, you still on there?
I'm still
Dang. I'm going to have you show me how to do that.
Y'all are some bad.
See that?
Hold on a second. Hold on. My bad. Let me unlive this.